We're putting the house on the market next week. My uncle called to tell me this 2 weeks after my father's funeral. No discussion, no asking. Just informing me that my childhood home, the house my father had died in, was being sold. What? I said, my voice barely working. Your dad left debts. The house needs to go to settle them. We'll split whatever's left. I'm Maya Patel. I'm 25, a graphic designer in Seattle. My father Raj had died suddenly of a heart attack at 52. I'd flown home to San Diego for the funeral, stayed a week to help sort things, then returned to work still in shock. Now, 2 weeks later, my uncle Vikram, my father's younger brother, was calling with this news. What debts? I asked. Medical bills, credit cards, the usual. Don't worry about it. I'm handling everything. Something in his tone made my stomach tight. I'd like to see the bills. Maya, you don't need to worry about this. I'm the executor. It's handled. I want to see them, I repeated. He sighed, irritated. Fine, I'll email you some paperwork. But the house is going on the market regardless. I've already contacted a realtor. The call ended. I sat in my apartment, hands shaking. My father's house. The one he'd bought 20 years ago. The one he'd paid off 10 years ago. I knew because he'd had a small party, invited me and Uncle Vikram, celebrated being debt-free. I called my father's lawyer. His name was on documents I'd found while cleaning the house. Thomas Chang, estate attorney. Miss Patel, he said when I explained who I was. I've been trying to reach you. Do you have time to come to my office? I drove to San Diego the next day. Thomas's office was modest, professional. He pulled out a file the moment I sat down. Your father's will is very clear. The house goes to you, solely to you. There's also a life insurance policy to $150,000 with you as beneficiary. My breath caught. My uncle said there were debts. Thomas frowned. There are some medical bills. About $8,000. But your father had a savings account with $35,000, more than enough to cover it. The house, valued at approximately $650,000, is unencumbered. No mortgage. And the life insurance is separate. My uncle said we'd split. What's left after selling the house? Thomas's expression hardened. Your uncle is the executor of the estate, but he has no claim to the house or the insurance. They're explicitly left to you. If he suggested otherwise, that's a serious problem. I showed him the text messages from Vikram. The one about debts. The one about splitting proceeds. Thomas read them twice. Miss Patel, I need to ask, has your uncle had access to your father's accounts? My stomach dropped. He's the executor. Doesn't that mean he has access? It means he can pay legitimate estate expenses. But if he's claiming debts that don't exist or planning to profit from a house that belongs to you, that's embezzlement. Thomas picked up his phone. I'm filing an emergency petition with probate court. As of tomorrow, your uncle will be frozen out of all estate accounts. Won't that make him angry? Probably, Thomas said. But it will also stop him from stealing from you. The emergency order came through in 24 hours. All estate accounts frozen. Uncle Vikram called within an hour of being notified. What the hell did you do? He shouted. You're making this difficult for no reason. I'm trying to help you. Help me by selling a house that's mine? I asked. Thomas showed me the will. Dad left it to me, not to us. To me, silence. Then, your father made that will 10 years ago. Things change. There are expenses you don't know about. $8,000 in medical bills, I interrupted. Covered by the $35,000 in his savings. What other expenses, Vikram? More silence. You're being ungrateful. I've been handling everything. You've been lying to me, I said. The house is mine. The life insurance is mine. You're the executor, which means you pay the bills and distribute according to the will. Not keep my inheritance. He hung up. Thomas filed a formal complaint with the probate court. Within a week, we discovered why Vikram had been so insistent about selling the house. He'd already signed a contract with a realtor. Not just any realtor. His wife's cousin. At a suspiciously low listing price. $525,000 for a house worth $650,000. The plan became clear. List the house low. Sell it fast. Claim expenses ate up most of the proceeds. Split what little remained, giving me maybe $100,000 while pocketing the rest. How would he have gotten away with this? I asked Thomas. By hoping you didn't know your rights and didn't consult an attorney. Many executors commit this kind of fraud successfully. Beneficiaries trust them, don't question the numbers. And by the time they realize something's wrong, the money's gone. The court hearing was brutal. Vikram showed up with his own lawyer, trying to argue that the low listing price was realistic given the market. The judge wasn't buying it. Mr. Patel, you attempted to sell your brother's house, which was explicitly left to his daughter. at $125,000 below market value to your wife's relative. You told Ms. Patel there were debts that would consume most of the estate, when in fact there were minimal debts easily covered by liquid assets. You also failed to inform her about a $250,000 life insurance policy. Would you like to explain? Asterisk Vikram's lawyer tried. The judge interrupted. This is textbook executor misconduct. Mr. Patel, you are removed as executor effective immediately. Ms. Patel, I'm appointing Thomas Chang as successor executor. You'll have full access to your inheritance as outlined in your father's will. Asterisk Vikram's face went purple. This is family business. She's turning us against each other over money you tried to steal from her. The judge said flatly. That ended your family relationship, not her protecting her rights. Asterisk the full accounting took another month. When everything was settled, I inherited asterisk the house. $650,000 market value asterisk life insurance. $250,000 asterisk savings after expenses. $27,000 asterisk total. $927,000 asterisk what? Vikram had told me I'd get after splitting the proceeds. Maybe $100,000, what he'd planned to steal, over $800,000, I sold the house. But on my terms with my realtor at full market value. $660,000 after 6 weeks on the market. I used part of the money to pay off my student loans. $40,000 gone in one payment. Put $300,000 in investment accounts. Bought a small condo in Seattle. Finally had real savings, real security. Asterisk Vikram sent one email after the house sold. I hope you realize you've destroyed our family. Your father would be ashamed. I replied once, my father left me his house and his savings because he trusted me with them. You tried to steal both. If our family is destroyed, you destroyed it. Then I blocked him. Asterisk my aunt, Vikram's wife, tried to reach out through my cousin. He was just trying to help. He made some bad decisions, but his heart was in the right place. I laughed when my cousin told me this. His heart was aiming at $800,000 of my inheritance. That's not a bad decision. That's theft. A year after my father's death, I visited his grave, brought flowers, sat and talked to him the way I had when he was alive. Uncle Vikram tried to steal everything you left me, but I stopped him. I got a lawyer. I fought back. I kept what you wanted me to have. Asterisk the wind rustled the grass. I'd like to think he heard me. Would have been proud. He'd always taught me to stand up for myself, to not let people take advantage. I'd done that, even when the person taking advantage was family. Asterisk I thought about what Vikram had said, you're destroying our family over money. But that wasn't what happened. He tried to steal from me and called it helping. Tried to con me out of my inheritance and called it family business when I stopped him. He blamed me for the consequences of his choices. Asterisk that's what thieves do. They take what isn't theirs and act wounded when stopped. 6 months after everything settled, I got a message from my cousin Vikram's daughter. I'm sorry about what my dad did. It wasn't right. I just wanted you to know not everyone in the family supports what he tried to do. Asterisk it helped. Knowing that. Helped knowing that some family members could see through his justifications. I replied, thank you. That means a lot. She messaged back, for what it's worth, your dad talked about you all the time. How proud he was. How smart you were. He wouldn't have wanted this to happen. Asterisk I know, I typed. That's why I fought back. 2 years after my father's death. I'm living in my paid-off condo working as a freelance designer. Financially secure in a way I never could have been without my inheritance. The inheritance my uncle tried to steal. Asterisk people ask if I regret fighting with family over money. I don't regret protecting what my father wanted me to have. He worked his whole life, paid off his house, saved money, bought life insurance. Also I'd be taken care of if something happened to him. Vikram tried to take that and claimed he was helping. Asterisk if your family ever tries to take your inheritance. Know this, protecting what's yours isn't greedy. It's honoring the person who left it to you. My father wanted me to have security. Vikram wanted to steal it. I chose to honor my father's wishes. That's not destroying family. That's stopping a thief.